What are you doing, buddy boy?
Waiting on a mouse.
Hey, Wilson.
And Stella, who you walked right past.
Oh, yeah. As soon as she was in her hidey hole. Scrap.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to stay in there long.
Another. No. Notification.
I guess not.
Do it public enough. Private or something.
Yeah, all I did was title it and hey, D Hutch. I hope you can hear me. If you can't, I will fix that. If that's too quiet, I'll turn it back up, but I was peeking, so. D Hutch, did you get a notification or did you just see the link in the chat from the other stream?
Your eyebrow.
Dirt and grime and who knows what. Even under a truck. Hey, Holly. I got you. We'll sit tight and see if anybody else pops in before we get going too much. One thing I don't like about doing it from the computer is I lose my ability to zoom.
Good catch. Not so good catch.
He's really quick. It's kind of hard to get the mice past him lately.
That's not fetching.
Hello, Sakura. I'm sorry I can't read the text. I wish I could, though.
Did you throw them all already?
Mm-mm. I threw all the gray ones, I think. Oh, there's one more gray one. I've got to take Stumpy some more. Stumpy's mangled hers all
I don't
up.
care about the other ones at all.
Sometimes they'll go after the white ones.
I'm not sure if these are different brands.
Mm-hmm.
The gray ones look different than the older gray ones. Don't they?
Yeah, a little bit. He's waiting on one though.
He still likes them the same though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is though.
Another downside of doing these using the computer is that sometimes I lose the chat. I have to click on it to get it back. But my phone was not fully charged, and I didn't want to wait any later while it charged, so this is what we're doing. The picture is probably a little better, and I don't have to worry about the phone glitches as much, so pretty fair trade-off.
Now they're all there together with you.
Where's Wilson?
He's still out there with him. Oh, no, he was here.
Wilson's there. Stella is in the dark there. You can't really see her. Tabby has claimed the high ground.
So on the medium ground.
Salem's on the bookshelf. And Hank waits patiently for someone to throw a mouse.
We had to retrieve ourselves.
It does de-hutch, but sometimes it disappears for a second and it doesn't come back until I mouse over it and click it. I'm not sure why it does that. It did that last time I ran it from the computer too. But I'll take that over the laggy glitch thing that my phone does. Where are you going?
Who's out there crying?
He's going to go investigate.
Someone like Murray, I think.
Or he's going to come right back. Hello, Panda's uncle. Hey, Larry. Oh, he's just a domestic short hair and
Street cat.
yeah, street cat. He's just with a classic tabby coat. That's all I really can tell you about him. Like she left the bedroom, de-hutch. If she did, I didn't see it.
Try to get it around.
Well, that's not bringing it all the way back. All his gray mice are there, over there, one here. Hey, Kimberly.
That's a little better fetching. Missed it. This fetch spot, I guess.
What are you talking about, pandas? I think you're just being a troll. Thank you, Larry. You beat me. I should have known by the tasty comment, but I thought maybe it was
Lost in translation.
yeah, maybe it was a language disconnect or something.
Don't you know that they don't cook cats, they cook dogs?
Yeah. Well, it's good to know that that guy has nothing better to do on Saturday night. Hey, what'd you do on Saturday night? Oh, I made stupid jokes about eating cats. It was awesome.
I scooped the middle box because Tabby used it, blew it up. It was mostly normal, but just smelled real bad.
They are enjoying it very much, D Hutch, and the gift card you sent us is what paid for the cat tree. So thank you again.
The other one was just about to fall over on us at any moment.
Yeah, they get up there and they jump and wrestle around on the top little perches, and they end up getting all loose, and the whole thing gets wobbly after that. So it was time for a new one, and we've had it for a week or so. We just haven't had a chance to put it together until today. Well, I haven't had a chance, and she put it together. But I did edit her video, so we're even.
Yeah, because you have the good software. You have to do it with the free stuff that takes forever.
But I guess Connie and Fern and Carmel and who else are we missing? Dawn. I'm sure I'm leaving somebody out.
Aaron,
yeah. I guess I can repeat it tomorrow if they don't watch this one later. And Lynette, thank you. Yeah, I can't believe she even had to look at the instructions today. It's like the third or fourth time we've had to put one of those together. So.
The third one that was almost identical. Two identical ones and one that was almost like it but slightly different.
So I told you guys last night I was going to sleep on Hank's situation. And I had emailed the lady back and forth, and I had sent her an application and all that. She sent it to me early this morning. I got up around, I think it was around 7:30, and I saw it in my email box. And I opened it, and I read over it, and everything looks very agreeable. I talked to the lady on the phone today. Super nice lady. I think Hank will be very well taken care of. And I talked to her a little bit about, how long we've had them and how it's going to be hard to let them go. And, Wilson's staying with us, and we were having this dilemma with what to do with Stella. And she asked me how old Stella was. And I said, well, she's 4 or 5. something like that. And I told her Stella doesn't get along with our other cats, and she said, well, does she get along with Hank? And I said, yeah. I mean, they get along pretty well and curl up and sleep together and all that. She said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll try her out too. They can come here together and see how it works. So get our original wish that Stella and Hank get to go together. But the plan is we're going to hang on to them until Monday. So we'll have a close-up tomorrow. Maybe 2. We'll see how the day goes. Maybe 2. And then Monday, I told her we typically get home from work around 5:30. And we'd probably spend some time with her, and we'll do another close-up and all that. And then I would bring them maybe around between 6 and 7, maybe a little later. It just depends on what time we get home and get everything packed up and dry our tears and all that. But at least I asked her when I started talking to her, I said, were you wanting to get him today? And she's like, no, I was going to ask if you could just hold on to him till Monday. She's off work Monday, so. Yeah, I talked about the guinea pig. I said, I don't know how they're going to react to that. But, I mean, the guinea pig's in a cage, and hopefully the bars are small enough. I don't know yet. I have not laid eyes on the guinea pig, so. But hopefully the cage is small enough they can't reach their little grubby paws in between the bars, and it'll be fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the lady, turns out that the lady lives in the same apartments that we lived in 10 years ago. Yeah, and I'm pondering how Wilson's going to react. I'm assuming we're going to have to start just leaving the door open all the time so he can come and go and hopefully not get into too much, but the other cats can come in and he won't be so lonely.
Hank says, okay, that was a mistake. You're not gonna let me do that.
Well, we're going to miss him too.
Every time we say this was always the goal.
Yeah, and like I told her, it gets harder and harder with everyone that we adopt out because, by the time we adopt one and then the next one, so much more time has passed. You just have that much longer to get more attached. Well, Holly, she grew up on the streets and probably had to fight for food and all that, and she's just not very trusting of any other cats. She had gotten okay at the office. I mean, as long as, and the same here, as long as they keep their distance, she doesn't really lash out at them, but she just doesn't want any of them to get up close to her and crowd her territory. Yeah, it's going to be rough. It's already rough thinking about it, but I'm happy they can go together, and I'm hopeful everything will work out. I've already told her the same thing I've told everybody else. If for whatever reason either one of them do not work out, don't fret, just call me, and I will come get them.
This only happens once. Pretty good odds.
She does not have any pets other than the guinea pig. I thought she did, but she does not. You're not interested in the laser, Hank? Wilson might be. Or he might not be. Yeah, I'm just going to lay here. So, yeah.
I think it's run around all day. We're not full of pent-up energy anymore.
Yeah, well, we'll discuss that with her. And I mean, I'm sure when we take them over there, we'll see how it goes and where the guinea pig is versus where they're going to get their start. I recommended to her when she gets them, just keep them in one room together for a little bit, a day or so, until they get used to the smells. And
Stella's probably going to hide for like a week.
yeah. But she's had cats before, and her last cat, she said, was also very nervous, much like Wilson and Stella. So hopefully she'll be patient and everything will work out. What are you doing, Hank? Making everybody look at your litter box. Oh, sorry, I gotta get you untangled. There's the rarely seen Mabel.
The resident Mimi. She says, I'm so pretty, but so mean.
She likes the laser pointer, though. It's weird how the webcam mirrors.
Yeah, I think there's a
Everything.
setting, but I couldn't figure out how to change it last time I did that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a YouTube setting or if it's a internal setting. Hey, Dawn. But I'm not going to mess with it right now because I don't want
It's because normally it's pointed at a person's face and it's
Right.
weird to see yourself not mirror imaged. Evil the Grump. Everyone's having a standoff.
Well, they're just all laying around watching.
Yeah, but nobody wants to move or come after it.
So yeah, that's the big news for the day. And I'm very hopeful it works out. She seems like a really nice lady. And as it turns out, I know her nephew is a friend of mine. And what the heck? What was that?
I spooked Hank into the
Did you chase him?
ether.
Are you gonna go running down now and pay him back for that, Hank?
He's older than you.
Look at that tail all fluffed up.
He's not really much bigger than you. Actually, might be smaller than you weight-wise.
Yeah, I guess Salem spooked Hank. And I've lost my chat again. I don't know. There we go.
Handsome guy.
But I think I made it abundantly clear how attached we are. So I don't think she'll have a problem with us asking for an update now and then. I gotta do it to you again.
Oh, the daggers gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta trim some daggers before he goes.
There's one dagger I see.
And I wish we could get some close-up of Miss Stella, but she's in her little cubby hole hiding over there.
Sleeping and pretending no one else is in here.
Oh, that's two. And as I say, I don't know if we're just gonna have to leave this door open or put one of the other cats in here with Wilson during the day. And just don't know yet. I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna jump on Wilson or anything if he's out running around the house. I just don't know what he might get into. He's still in his exploration phase in the rest of the house.
I was trying to eat the tape off the box.
Yeah.
Or like what he does.
We have the box that the cat tree came in and another box or two that he's taken an interest in. And he loves to get in the bathtub and mess with things in there. So we'll have to keep the bathroom door closed off.
Daggers.
You mean Wilson, Larry?
Ouch.
Not yet. He will, though.
What?
Pick his spot on the cat bed. And maybe we can start letting him in the bedroom some. We've kind of refrained from letting him in there because that's the sanctuary for Luna. I don't know that they're going to pick on Luna, but she gets picked on so much.
And then the concern is them getting spooked and jumping on the dogs.
No, that too.
They won't mess with the dogs, but if they end up chasing each other and someone lands on a dog, then bad things can occur.
Always so crazy eyed.
Yeah. The tabbies grew into their wild eyes. And he ended up getting wild eyes. I don't think they had googly eyes when they were little. But these guys did.
Yeah. Yeah, Salem's at God, I keep clearing my throat. Sorry. Salem's at home just about anywhere. He's pretty fearless. He's probably the most social cat besides Mabel.
Except strangers. He's afraid of strangers.
Yeah, they all have, which is okay. I mean, I'm glad they're comfortable enough to come in here now. And they'll still have that opportunity after Monday, at least for a little bit. And we were talking earlier, I don't know what's to come of the stream in here when it's just Wilson. We'll probably leave it up for a few days, at least a few days, while everybody readjusts and all that, just to keep an eye on Wilson, because I suspect he'll spend most of his time in here during the day. I could be wrong about that, but it's possible we may dial the close-ups back to, couple, 3 times a week, maybe, or maybe even once a week. I don't know. We haven't come to any firm decisions on that, but we have plenty of cats to look at. I just don't know how interesting it's going to be without who playing fetch for 30 and 45 minutes at a time. But yeah, I think several of them have been coming in to use the litter box, and that one in particular, I know it has. It's possible that I'll have the spare room at the office wired back up. I've got to get in there, which I may try to do after church tomorrow. We've got a slew of cats going in to be fixed tomorrow, and one of the fosters is going out of town Wednesday, and she needs someone to watch her cats, or her kittens that she's fostering. And the office may be an ideal spot because the office is closed. She'll be back Monday afternoon after the 4th. That following Monday, she'll be able to get them back. But the office will be closed Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and of course Saturday, Sunday. So no one's going to be there. I don't think it'll hurt to let a couple kittens shack up there for a few days. So hopefully I can get that room cleaned up tomorrow, get the camera back online, and then we'll at least have that entertainment for a few days. No, these are not any that I've rescued.
Where did those come from?
One of them, Kimmy, came from the Korean lady. I can't think of her name, but she had a bunch running around where, I don't know if it was where she worked or... What's the problem?
Goodbye.
Anyway, there were several of them. The 2 older kittens, I have no idea.
Their paws?
Yes. All of them are paws. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of cats. I think we had like 11 slots at the clinic. I don't know if we were going to fill them all, but I think we're filling most, if not all of them, Monday morning. So I'm going to have a long, busy day Monday.
All your days.
Because I've got to get up early, and I've got some discounted spay neuter certificates on from the shelter here. They got a grant for spay and neuter certificates, and they were $20 with a limit of 5. So
don't walk on the keyboard, buddy.
I bought all 5 of them that I was allowed to buy. So that'll save Paws a little bit of money. I'm not sure who you mean, Dawn. I guess Wilson will probably do a lot of this.
He's such a chill cat when he's not.
Oh, you meant the cat talking. That was Tabby.
Complaining because I was holding him.
You know, Melanie picked Tabby up and set him on her lap, and he was voicing his disapproval about being held right now when he wants to do other things.
Like laying Hall.
He's drinking water. But I wish Stella would come out.
No, she doesn't want to be on normal these days.
I would say we'd kick everybody out and get some treats out, but we'll worry about that tomorrow. try to come in when she's already out. She's over here hiding in the desk there behind the little cabinet door. There's a computer tower in there. You can open it.
Her head is above it.
Oh, well, there's not enough light. You can barely see her eyes back there. There's a computer tower behind that little door, and she gets on top of it and sleeps there. She likes to hide. And Tabby's using their litter box again.
That's just a pee. I think.
Yeah, seems to be. Hey, Connie. Oh, I'm so sore. So you weren't here for the news, Connie. We got our wish in that, and hopefully it's true now. Hopefully it stays true. But Monday, Hank will go to his forever home along with the cat in the hidey hole over there, Stella. She's going to try to take them together and see how it goes.
Be sweet.
Yeah, I do. I met her today. Us too. It's at least we got a couple of days to let it kind of sink in, and it's not going to make Monday any easier, but at least we got a couple more days.
Everyone just wants to watch it.
Yeah, I've seen Wilson and Hank and Stella pretty much every day of their lives from the time they were 6 weeks old on. I'm sure she will. I explained to her how attached we were, and I think she understands that we're pretty emotionally attached at this point. I told her the whole story and how long we've had them and all that. Oh, I bet. What is it? But this guy's not going anywhere. We're stuck with him, whether we like it or not.
We like it.
Oh, Wilson. Hey, Clay. Salem, your tail is in the shot. So yeah, that was the big news of the day. I stayed busy with other things and hadn't really pondered on it much in the meantime. Hank and Wilson and Stella, well, we trapped Stella. We were already fostering another litter at the time and didn't think we had the room to foster another at the same time. So Hank and Wilson and their siblings were born at our vet's office. They stayed there till they were 6 weeks old, and then we pulled them from the vet's office, and we've had them ever since. Yeah, Connie, I was telling them earlier, when I talked to her, I explained to her how all this came to be and how Wilson had been adopted and then he came back, and Hank was probably going to be fine, but I wasn't sure. I told her we were going to keep Wilson, and I wasn't sure what the deal was going to be with Stella because she doesn't get along with our other cats. She only gets along with these two. And that it was probably going to be a struggle to find somebody to take her because they're going to have to be really patient. And she started asking questions about how old she was and does she get along with Hank and this, that, and the other. She said, well, I'll take her too, and we'll try it. And she's an older lady, and I think she's got the time for them. I hope it is. I just hope she comes out of her shell. I mean, I know it's going to take some time, and I told her that.
I think Stella came out of her shell a little more before we started leaving the door open.
Yeah.
And then now once we leave the door open, she stays hidden more again. But maybe if she doesn't have to deal with all of these boogers anymore.
Yeah, I think it'll be a relief for Stella not to have to deal with so many other cats running around. And we're cat people. Stella is not.
Yeah, that's the problem with those one cat household cats. Cat people usually have more than one cat.
Oh. I think so too, and I'm really hoping so. She will have more square footage than this house to just her and Hank. So she'll have plenty of room to explore, and
Just a little bit more. Right.
I don't know exactly how. It's more than this, though, I thought.
I thought the apartment was about 1,200. But not sharing it with 8 other cats. Which sounds terrible. We put the numbers to rhyming.
I don't have a good answer for you on that, Dawn. She grew up a stray, and she had to fight for everything, I'm sure. So she's just learned to be territorial and doesn't like her space invaded. Yeah, speaking of older cats, I was at PetSmart when I was taking the pictures and stuff that I might have already told you guys this, so if I'm repeating myself, sorry, I'm old. But a lady came in and was looking at Negan and was telling me that she had a cat that's 23. And still very healthy.
Some good genetics.
Got some butt wiggle. What's you doing?
Tabby around the corner. See his tail.
Mm-hmm.
You give up?
Yeah, and I think Stella would probably be okay with a kitten. You know, one that she could be around as it grew up, and she could teach the boundaries and stuff too. But you know, we just kind of threw her into a circus when we brought her here. And started leaving the door open all the time because there's a billion other cats running in and out of here all the time. Some that are friendly and some that aren't, and some that are just totally oblivious to whatever. You know, Minks and Salem, they don't really care. They don't get upset until somebody else gets upset. Are you getting sleepy, Hank? Are you getting the squinty eyes up there? Yeah, I wish the webcam had a zoom feature. It was easily accessible. No, not really. We were just talking about before. I think she was more social with us when the door was closed all the time, and you know, she would come running up to us when we first came in. But when all the other cats started coming in and out, she wasn't too keen on that.
She still comes running for food, but after that, she's done with us.
I just thought it was better for Wilson and Hank to be able to run in and out. And they do love to explore the rest of the house.
Hey. You sleepy?
Oh, I know I am.
We got up early today. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Going to sleep. Almost asleep. He was almost asleep a second ago. Well, there will be one tomorrow. There will be one Monday. Tuesday, we'll see. I was saying earlier that we're debating whether or not to scale them back to maybe 1, 2, 3 times a week, something like that. But we have not decided anything. Take care, Clay. Night, Dawn. trying to rip it. We will, Connie. I told her that it might be 7 or so before I drop them off. That gives us time to get home and get them all fed and hang out for a little bit before they have to go.
Hey, don't do that.
It
No,
probably
it
won't be
doesn't
late
matter.
tomorrow, Dawn. Definitely not late on Monday.
His nose has gone down, but now it looks bruised.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah, Monday night.
You know that just about all the cats like kickers of various sizes. It's a good invention.
Yeah, Connie, we typically get home around 5:30 in the afternoons. I don't know, I may have to call her and tell her I'm going to be a little bit later than what I said, because I'm thinking now, I don't know if I'm going to have to help pick up cats from the clinic. I know I'm dropping some off. I don't know if I'm going to be responsible for picking them up Monday or not. And I don't think you could pick them up until at least 4 or so. And I saw my other little kitten friend at my office today when I went to feed the cats up there. Of course, I was not able to catch him. He ran under the building again and would not come back out while I was there. I mean, I stayed outside and backed away from the little grate that he ran under and hoped he would come back out, but did not happen. The 2 adults definitely are. I've gotten pretty close to the kitten. I mean, I've not touched him or her, but I've gotten close enough to where I think eventually I'll be able to snatch it. Hopefully. But you know, it goes through this little grate, ventilation grate on the near the foundation of the building, and he just goes on the other side of it and stares at me.
Can't get me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's content knowing that I can't reach through it and grab him, but he doesn't act terrified of me. I mean, I stuck my fingers through the grate and he didn't run away, but he didn't come to me either. Yep, you're right, Larry. That's what it's going to take. And I've got access to him. Unfortunately, the one I've had here at the house for I don't know how long, I returned it to the guy that let me borrow it forever ago. He's about to, he has rabbits. That sounds really weird, but he's got rabbits that are half tame and half wild that just run around his house and have for I don't know how long. And he's got to get them trapped before he moves. Yeah, there's 2 black and white cats. They both look very similar, black with white boots and white patch on their face. But the kitten is a little gray tabby. I don't know if there were more kittens that have already ventured off, or if they just didn't make it, or what happened. But the little gray kitten last week, I know it was still hanging around with the black and white cat. Today I didn't see either black and white cat. I just saw the kitten.
You can see the screen.
Mm-hmm.
On that camera.
What?
On the corner camera.
What about it?
You can see your phone screen.
It's okay.
You'll hit something sensitive.
Nope.
I'm gonna do the sad news.
What? Oh, I don't know if they even knew about that one.
We shared pictures of it.
The orange one. Oh, so I guess we did. Do you guys remember the little orange kitten that was in the picture with the black orphan kitten? Yeah, the last one that Julie had that was being fostered. Well, I saw on Facebook that it died today, all of a sudden, which was kind of a bummer. Yeah, and he had been doing really well. It was just a sudden thing.
You should take him to the vet. Right.
I think he just started acting kind of sick in the last day or so, maybe just today, and she took him to the vet, and he did not make it. I don't know the full story. I just have to kind of read between the lines of what I saw on Facebook. Yeah, because this one, she probably had it, 3 weeks or so? Maybe just 2. I was thinking she probably had it about 3 weeks, but I'm not exactly sure. Its eyes were open and its ears were starting to open up, and it looked quite a bit bigger than the little black one that she had. I think we'll venture out.
Yes.
Mabel. Can't play with the laser, and Mabel gets mad at any other cat that tries to get it. But we're about to hit an hour. I've been extremely busy today, and I am very sore and very tired. And I have to get up in the morning and get ready for church, and I have several other things I have to get done tomorrow. So I think we're going to call it a night and get these guys fed. And then I'm going to bed. Well, actually, I've got to take a shower before I go to bed because I was a grease monkey under my truck today. And I've still got black stuff on my arms that I'm seeing. So, but yeah, we'll do this again tomorrow. I'm not certain of a time. I've just got to figure out everything I've got to get done tomorrow. My head is not real clear right now. So, but I know I've got to go to church in the morning, and I know I've got to clean up a room at the office at some point tomorrow, and everything in between is, I'm not sure yet. So just keep an eye out for the notification. I may use the computer again tomorrow. This seems to work pretty well even without the Zoom. I don't have to reset things on my phone and worry about notifications and all that stuff. So I'm kind of liking this a little more now. So hopefully we can catch you guys all tomorrow, and definitely earlier than this tomorrow. But I hope you all have a good day and a good night. For all of you on the other side of the world. And we'll do it again tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.